Good evening and welcome back, and another week of Talking Technical, and thank you for all the requests that we receive. And let's kick off. We've got an interesting market here. The S&P 500 came back to test at 3650. Everybody is saying that this is maybe the bottom of the S&P 500. Many other analysts say this is a bit of a relief bounce and then downward from there again. I also believe that there's maybe still some movement to the downside. But while 3650 holds, maybe the world is happy and maybe all the bad news are priced in, but we will only see in time to come. But for me, S&P, and we knew that it had to come back, and even our market also had a nice and a severe pullback. But I must say, a lot of these shares and plenty of these markets are really grossly oversold. And what we've seen over the years, always when you see an oversold situation, then usually you see a little bit of a bounce. Sometimes it's a massive bounce, sometimes it's not that massive. It's to relax those indicators, give it a chance just to, you can almost say, to come back to normal play, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Maybe a beautiful relief bounce, and I hope that some of the requests that we will see tonight is that it will show us that there's maybe a relief bounce coming, and then you can participate in it. But the big thing is, you can also learn. Thank you for those that joined the speculation group, especially for some people that wants to make a living, let's call it, out of trading. It's hard work, it takes a long time to learn, but when you've got it, you can make some good money and you can make some consistent money out of that. But then you must know what you do. First, the first one is ABSA Group. Now, ABSA Group had a bit of a pullback over the last couple of, you can almost say, weeks, not months. It actually looked not too bad, but what I see here, let's see, this is more of a continuation pattern. If I look at the chart here, it looks like there's a little bit of a bounce, but the important thing here is, and remember this is a daily chart, we need to see this support holds at 177.90. Unfortunately, if this breaks 177.90, we can easily see the share going down to about 170 Rand levels. There you are. That's where that previous action was. There was a little bit of a breather here. Look at this beautiful lamp pole formation in a matter of a few weeks from July, from 151 Rand 40 all the way to 190. A nice strong move. Now you've got like a breather here. But what happens above 186.27? We will see this as a flag formation. We will say, yes, it can go higher. It can easily go back then to that 200 magical psychological level. But where's my stop loss? My stop loss will be 178.50 if you believe this is a flag formation. In actual fact, I think there's some other shares that's maybe more oversold than ABSA Group and maybe can give us a better bounce. But the chart looks good. And in this market that sold off aggressively, this share almost didn't come back, and that's always a sign of strength intrinsic inside the share. Our next request is Discovery. We chatted about the share a while back when they cut their dividend, and they said, listen, we're not going to pay a dividend and we're rather going to look out for some other opportunities. But I said maybe the share can go down to 100 Rand. Well, I'm not far from wrong. It's now trading at around 104 Rand and 8 cents. But what I do say here is that this share is one of those shares that's grossly oversold. And the moment I'm talking that, I always say, let's have a look if there's maybe a little bit of a formation that can give us an idea of maybe a bounce to come. There's the resistance line. You see, it's almost like a downslope in this share. We're on the brink of breaking that resistance line. What do we see here? And the moment I do that, you will see that I'm seeing a falling wedge. And what do we know about a falling wedge? It always tends to give you a little bit of a relief bounce. And this is exactly, and that line is tight. And this is what I like about some shares. 105 Rand 90, buy. Where's my stop loss? Look at that. 103.20. Let's make it 99.99, just below 100 Rand. But that's a 5% you can maybe lose, but look at the upward. If this share really picks up, it can go 110.70, 114.56, and there's that strong resistance that we chatted a while back ago, 122.06. So this share can really go up 15, 17%, and I think that is maybe on a relief bounce. I mean, some of these shares was really hurt to the downside. I mean, look at Discovery from 183 Rand to 100 Rand. That's an 80% drop in a matter of 6 months. That's huge. So for me personally, I think one of these shares that you can look at is this one, but keep to your stop loss, because I believe that we can see a relief bounce. And remember, that's just my own opinion, but I think after the relief bounce, we can see some of these shares even going lower in time to come. But this chart is nice, falling wedge. It can maybe give us a beautiful relief bounce here. Somebody is asking about RMB Holdings. And remember, this is the small, tiny company that came out of Rand Merchant Bank when they unbundled them. And I mean, the share was as low as 140. And it's now trading at 202. Markets came back aggressively. And what happened with the share? The share is just slowly but surely picking higher. I like the share. I mentioned it before. I looked at this chart before on this program. And what do I see? Let's go to the weekly chart. And then the moment I do that, you will immediately see what I'm seeing here. I just want to get that quickly. Where's the weekly? There's the weekly. And then you will see it is slowly but surely making a lamp pole formation. But this share is coming from such a low base. And remember, this is the kind of company that is looking for opportunities. They're sitting on a lot of cash. But what I like about this chart, it pulls back a little bit. It's now too late to just chase it, to buy it. I mean, it pulls back a little bit and then it goes up. And for those that's holding it, in actual fact, the viewer dropped me an email. He said to me, Frans, but I'm holding this share for the long term. And if you look at this chart, it broke above this line of 195. That was a strong resistance, this 2 Rand level. It came back to test it. There is a beautiful goodbye kiss, and it's going higher from there. So for me, it's quite simple. If you've got the share, hold on while it is above 195. Momentum can maybe take it even higher. Maybe the company is doing the right things and we don't even know about it. I think if you want to buy it, wait for a pullback. On a weekly chart, I mean, it can easily pull back. Can you believe it? It can maybe pull back to 172, but I think that first level will be 195. So for me, I will say, just be patient. Let's see if there's a candle that maybe can give us some. Oh, yes, there you are. There's a little bit of a tweezer top here, and you can see every time that it got to this 2 Rand level, there you are. It had this ugly sell-off there, but that sell-off was actually when it was unbundled. But there you are. If you look at this, there you can see there's a bit of a tweezer top here on the go. That is negative. And my level is below 195. We can see a nice pullback. I think this share, if it holds up, with all these markets that's pulling back and it's under pressure, it tells me that there's something on the boil here and this company is doing the right things. Maybe we don't even know about that. But for me, the big one is that little resistance. If it can break above that, I think we will see this share can really go up, and that is 2 Rand and 10 cents. If it can break above 2 Rand 10, I mean, then it's in uncharted territory. But I like the chart, but I think for the moment it rallied way too hard, and maybe we need to see a pullback. For everybody else that maybe want to buy it, but it still looks solid to me, for the long term especially. Well, Brent crude oil is the next one, and I know about somebody, and it's a friend of mine. He is heavily short on Brent oil. I mean, he was so serious about it. When Brent oil reached 122, I think he sold his farm. I don't know if he's got a farm, but he sold everything that he got, and he went short. Well, it's paying him off well, and the big thing is, look at this chart. Momentum is down. It ticks lower with all the interest rates that's getting hiked all over the world. It puts this price of Brent oil under pressure. And what do I see here? I see lower highs. And for me, while the price is below this resistance line, there you are, I just want to show you, while the price is below this level of 91.60, I think Brent oil can actually go even lower. I mean, it had one rally like you can't believe. But if you look at this, I see that we can maybe see that it pulls back, and there's the big support that held it up. And there you are, I just want to show you here. Then you can see exactly what I'm seeing there. Classic technical share here. Just want to show you, then you are. There's the left shoulder. There's the head. There's the tiny little right shoulder. But what makes me excited, it came back. It came back to test that resistance line, and since then it dropped. And where's my target for this head and shoulder? Let's have a look here. I think there's still a bit to go there. There you are. Oops. Well, there you are. It is spot on that level. Brent oil reached that target of the head and shoulder formation, but remember, while it is below 91, the momentum is still to the downside. I believe that the world is doing everything that they can to maybe get inflation under control. And this is the one chart that tells us while it's coming down, we are doing the right things to get inflation under control. So maybe with interest rates, it's bad for everybody, but we need to get Brent under control. Otherwise, the inflation will just kill everybody, and it's not good for any economy. Well, thank you for watching the show. Visit our website, www.fransdeklerk.com, for more info, and we will chat again.